You're purring, but I don't think you liked that. What are you doing? I'm gonna try to do this rather quickly because I have filmed this video so many times before and then just never posted it. I don't know, I was lazy, guys, and I didn't edit it. That's all I'm really gonna say. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I'm Grace, or GB, and this is my little corner of the internet. I am moving out of this apartment. I'm not moving out of Chicago, but I am moving out of this apartment. So I figured I would do one last little apartment tour. If you haven't already seen my first apartment tour of this apartment, I will link it on the screen now in the cards, as well as down below, and you can check out what the apartment looked like when I first moved in here. You can see tiny baby little Goose when I first got him around 3 years ago, and Duck isn't even in the picture yet, which is my other cat. That's my cat, Goose. I have a little bit of coffee left here, and I'm gonna go through the apartment and kind of talk about different areas, and I don't know, some things have changed, some things have not. I've curated a lot over the past 3 years, both from my back alleyway, stealing things from the alley that people have dumped there, and also going to the thrift store and getting an ungodly amount of things off of Facebook Marketplace for free. So here's the curation of my cute little apartment. Right over here is the entrance corner to my apartment. We have all of my lovely jackets and coats on the back door. We have this lovely closet that is just a water heater, and I keep miscellaneous things that I don't want anyone seeing in there. There's not really much that can fit into there, and it also will melt plastic if you put things on the pipes. I did learn that the hard way. And then I have all my shoes over here as well, bags and random things, keys, all of that kind of stuff. We have a lovely letterboard here with some great things from Thanksgiving this year, and yeah, that's my little corner over there. Right over here is kind of also part of the entrance, but it is a alleyway find. It's a cube organizer, a 6-cube organizer, and I will probably actually try to like sell this, or at least like have someone come pick it up, because it is still in decent condition. But I just house all of my cookbooks up here. I lost room in the kitchen for those. There wasn't enough room, so I decided to move them over here. Some of my winter stuff with hats and scarves, lots of books, and then some cat things down at the bottom. I also have a little shelf that kind of holds all of my daily things, just kind of where I drop things. And then this little basket here has some of my food in it. So we've got some onions, some sweets, and some granola bars. That's kind of a catch-all of things that I don't really want the cats getting into, but that I also can't fit in my tiny, tiny pantry cabinet. This is where my sewing machine lives. I also have my record player over here with all of my records, and I have a little stand right here for the current record that we're playing. Got some fun Funko Pop collection on the wall. And this is just kind of my craft corner. I have my typewriter over here. Recently one of my cats threw up in my typewriter. That was really great. Loved cleaning that. Pretty sure it was Goose, who's currently sitting in this beanbag chair that we'll be moving to next. That's not great. They like to climb up on this table, and it's a little wonky and wobbly, so it's not the best thing. But you know, we make do with what we have. And this lovely bar light up here too, also one of my favorite finds. Technically took that from my best friend's parents' house, but I did ask them and they told me I could take it, so whatever. All my crafting supplies are in these baskets right over here, and I've definitely narrowed it down over the years. But yeah, my little crafting corner, there is a poop palace, as I like to refer to it, a litter box right under there. It's one of the covered ones, so it kind of stays pretty inconspicuous over there, and if they need to use it, they do. Here is my living room space. To my right is all of my windows. I have 3 beautiful windows. They bring in a lot of light. As you can tell by the lighting in this room, this is all natural lighting, and it is currently 12:25 p.m. This room is probably one of my favorite rooms in this apartment. I've really curated it to how I love. As you can see, there's a sleeping little kitty right on this giant beanbag that I found. And I have this lovely piece, which is a wicker piece, wicker kind of coffee table style. I did get that for free from Buy Nothing. If you're looking for furniture, go into a Buy Nothing group. And in Chicago, at least, they do it based on neighborhoods, so you can just search Buy Nothing in the whatever neighborhood you're in, and people are just giving away stuff. So you do have to be on there and like respond pretty quickly, and sometimes people will do like a drawing if there's enough interest. But I have gotten so many free things from there, and truly it's a great group if you're also looking to give up something as well. So that's always an option if you don't just want to throw things away. My couch over here, I have my little side table that I got from the trash out in the alleyway. Cat things, there's another little poop palace back in the corner. That one is an actual kind of box covering cabinet, I guess you could call it. I do have some moving boxes on there currently. Those aren't normally there, but because I'm going to be starting to pack up things over the next couple of weeks, started to collect some boxes with handles because that's much easier to carry. Over on this side, I have my entire playbill wall. I'm really sad to see this come down. It's kind of one of those things that everyone talks about when they come into the apartment and always asks if I've seen all of them, and yes. There's only one that I haven't seen that my friend Kelsey brought me back from New York, How to Dance in Ohio, because it's no longer showing, but it was a Broadway musical about being autistic. So we're both autistic, and they went to go see it and brought me back a playbill. So that is the only playbill on my wall that I have not seen. And the rest of them I have seen, whether here or in Broadway in Boston or in New York on Broadway. I love these 2 bookshelves. I did get these custom done from Etsy when I first moved here. I was very worried about them being shipped, but the shipper did a great job. They do have some wear and tear on them from my cats, specifically Goose. He really loves to scratch on anything wicker. But then I have this cube organizer that's become my TV stand. I will probably be getting rid of this as well when I move into the new place. I found this lovely little trunk kind of thing that looks like a globe, has a little map. It's a vibe. And yeah, all of my plants and everything. And I will be missing this giant closet space. I will be missing that. We found some places with good closets. I'm not super worried about it, but I will be missing all of this closet space just being to myself. I love ambient lighting, so there's not a lot of overhead lighting that is not replaced by a stained glass bulb currently. Let's go into the kitchen actually next. All right, so here is one side of my kitchen. I'll pop over to the other side in just a second, but this is my table. I believe my grandfather made this table and my dad refinished it. So it's come with me in all of my apartment iterations that I've had since I was in college. It's a nice table. It does have 2 leaves that you can like put up or put down, so it's very flexible in whatever space you might have. And then this bad boy did come with the apartment, so I will be leaving this because it is just far too heavy for me to move. Although it is a great piece to have and it's really great for storage, it is just not practical for actually moving with. And I think it's great in this kitchen because there is not a lot of cabinet space and there is not any sort of pantry space. So if you have bigger kitchen appliances or a lot of kitchen appliances like I do, this is a great thing to have in your kitchen. I have all of my things, my blender, my air fryer, microwave. I also found that microwave in our entryway. I did clean it up, it was fine, but it was a little dusty and it was still working. So you know what? We do what we need to do. Lots of these plants are real. I do have a lot of ivy kind of going throughout the apartment that is not real, but most of the other plants, other than just the fake ivy, are real. And then here's my lovely fridge, spices, spice organizer, and then the back door is right over here. Funny story, when I first moved into this apartment, I obviously am living by myself. I had my copy of the keys, and I was looking to get copies of keys to give to my friends if they ever needed to get into my apartment, or if something happened, or if they needed to take care of my cats, that they would have access to be able to get into the apartment. At this point, actually, I did not have cats, so it was actually probably a good thing because I think it would have been a lot more chaotic if I did. But I locked myself out of the apartment after the first week of living here, and thankfully I did have my phone on me, so I was able to call the like non-after hours maintenance line to come and unlock the door for me. Actually, what I did first was I went to the office, and thankfully I had all my stuff with me. I had like my wallet, I had my Ventra card, I had everything. I took the bus, I believe, to the property company location, and I ended up getting from them what they thought were the keys to my apartment. However, we quickly realized that that was not the case. I came over with a set of keys and used them, and then ended up calling them because the keys weren't working. I got into like up until my front door, and then trying to open my front door, not working. I call them, they send a person over with another set of master keys that are supposed to be the master key for everything. They try to open the door, also does not open. At that point, I'm like, okay, it's been like an hour or two. I was so happy that I didn't have work or didn't have anywhere to be, because holy shit, took so much longer than it needed to at this point. Basically what they figured out was the only person who had a set of keys to my apartment was myself. So a man had to break the window in the back and pry open the grate on the back of the window in order to reach his hand in and unlock my back door. And thankfully at that point, I had not done what I do where I have like a padlock, and I'll just stick it into the lock of the screen door. There's like a second door out there that is like a screen door, and it doesn't have any sort of a lock or anything like that. So what I do now to keep myself safe is I put a padlock through there. I don't lock the padlock, but it just means that someone from the other side can't open the door. Thankfully, I hadn't started doing that yet, so he was able to get that door open. Yeah, he got in, and then that was broken. So then they had to come and replace all of my locks. And now 3 of my friends have keys to my apartment, and the management company apparently does as well. So that got resolved. I'm watching Eve's stream. If you don't watch Paperback on Twitch, you absolutely should. Him and his boyfriend Andy are very, very cute together. Yeah, they're very cute together, and they both do cosplays, and it's fucking adorable. If you see that in the background, that's what I'm watching. This is the other side of my kitchen. It is rather spacious. I do still have a lot of room here in the middle where I could put like an island if I wanted to. I never decided to do that. I didn't need it. If it was like more than one person living here, I might have, but with it just being me, it's totally fine. This is sink and stove. This is actually a new stove from when I first moved here. They replaced the stove because the old stove was actually a fire hazard. It was one of those where it doesn't like say the time or say the temperature or anything on it. You just had to like switch the temperature dial and hope for the best. And also the pilot lights with the burners were really, really weird. So at first I thought I couldn't light it without using a lighter. Turns out you have to turn it all the way to turn the light on. I don't know, it was very weird. I was talking to the appliance guy when he came in, and he was like, no, we're gonna get you a new stove. You should not have this stove. So that happened pretty quickly within the first month of me living here. Also because I love to cook, and I really wanted a stove that was actually going to work and not burn down my entire apartment. And then this is this side. I don't know, you guys can't see up there, but I do have like jars and things, storage up above in the cabinets, because again, there's not that much space in this kitchen. This is where all of my silverware and a bunch of jars live. There's some more stuff down here too. I do have a dishwasher though, which is really nice. And some of the places we've seen have dishwashers, some of them do not. And I love a dishwasher purely for me just not having to do all of the dishes by hand. I am not a pots and pan person in the dishwasher. I don't know why that started for people. I don't know why that's a thing, but please never put your pots and pans in the fucking dishwasher, especially if they're like non-stick or like, God forbid, a cast iron pan in the dishwasher. It ruins the enamel on them. So please do not do that. But any like silverware, just normal plates, bowls, cups that don't have that sort of enamel detailing on the outside of them, I will put in the dishwasher. Everything else gets hand washed. What else do we have in here? This cabinet is my tiny pantry, and then above the fridge is also the rest of my pantry. But this is my kitchen. It's gonna be a little funky in here, but there is a linen closet right behind that door. It's where I keep all of my kind of laundry things, extra toiletries. There's a decent amount of room in there, which was very nice for me because I have a lot of stuff. And I'm also like I don't like to waste things household, so I'll like reuse rags and stuff like that and like wash that. That's just me as a person. This is the bathroom. She is rather small. I cannot put both of my arms out at full length in this closet of a bathroom. But for one person, not terrible. And I have been in here like getting ready with multiple people and it's totally fine. It's just like, if you were consistently doing that, it might get a little funky. This is my bathtub. These are all my plants in here. And I have this, which really does take a lot of light away from this room. But I do like the blue shower curtain vibe and the little lacy detail. I kind of go for very celestial vibes with decorating this place. And the bathroom is Edward Degas, Degas Dancers, if you will. As I am a former but also current dancer. I don't know how to explain my dancing ability in my adulthood. This is my bathroom, very small, very cute. I have this earring organizer too, and then there's a lot of space in the little cabinets with mirrors that is really nice for my entire collection of essential oils. As you can see, there's a baby sleeping on the bed. He might get up at some point. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see me. You won't be able to see the baby. Hi. This is Duck. He's my baby. Well, one of my babies. And this is my bedroom. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. There's obviously my child. He hates kisses, but I give them to him anyway. This back wall, my bedroom has gone through so many iterations of where things are. So I believe in my first video that I did of this apartment tour, my bed was like over on that wall, the opposite wall, and then my desk was over here, which you can kind of see by my little mood board thing. It has a bunch of Polaroids and notes and things that my friends have given me, and I will be like fully taking this down, probably throwing some stuff away, but also keeping some stuff still, and then doing a new version of it in my new apartment. I have a lot of posters on the walls. I have this lovely desk over here, which is my dream desk that my now going to be roommate Kelsey actually found for me. And it is a roll top desk. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It is the moment. Truly incredible. It has so much space, and my old shitty desk could never. Truly. I did love my old desk. The one thing that I do miss about that desk is that it did have like a little roll out thing that you could pull out. It was like a writing desk, and my best friend Jean did put that together for me, which was very kind of her when I first moved in. But it was from Amazon and it was plywood and it was like particle board and just not great. I do have this wonderful window that's emitting so much light over here, and yeah, I just love this bedroom. I have a little side table that is books stacked. My altar used to be over here, so I have a lot of different herbs and things like that, and now it is moved to the other side, which I will show you now. Hello. This is the other side of my room. I have this lovely little wicker dresser right here that I got before I moved here. I got it from New Hampshire. I just like wicker how it looks, and it doesn't look bad when it is worn and scratched at and torn into, as sometimes happens with cat children. I try to train them the best that I can, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work. And it is also very lightweight, so easy for moving, even if you're not moving with a lot of people. I love this little chair, one of my favorite things. And I have another little book side table as well. Oh, the baby's getting up. Oh, you wanna come up? Oh my god, yep. He also loves this chair. He loves to sit here in the morning after I let him into my bedroom and just stare at me. Now I'm not allowed to move until he is done being interested. And then my newer altar over here, I will definitely be doing a different iteration of that once I get into my new space. But I just love how the walls came out in this room. I love the ceiling as well. I still have all of these little ivy bits around too. And it's just so comforting and very whimsical, but also very, very me. All right, well, Duck is not gonna let me get up after this, so he's just gonna stay here while I do this little outro. This is my apartment in its current state before I move. I've lived here for 3 years. I've loved living here. I would certainly stay here if I could still afford to live here. But unfortunately, the neighborhood that I live in is just not affordable anymore and isn't reasonable. And unfortunately, that is what's happening with a lot of neighborhoods in Chicago. Especially as they're being gentrified. So I would like to acknowledge the fact that that is a problem for a lot of the neighborhoods, and as people begin to be unable to afford to live in Chicago, they migrate towards the places where places are more cheap and affordable, which then spirals into other things. That is just something that I want to acknowledge. I'm excited for this next chapter. I'm excited to move in with a friend and live with someone again after 3 years of not living with someone, and also after most of my life not having a roommate. I turned 26 this year, and I love living alone, and I definitely think that I will live alone sometime in the near future again. But I also just need the community and companionship and friendship from having a roommate that I get along really well with. Hi, Pee-Pee. That is it for me. Hopefully I will start posting on this channel again. Maybe I'll do some videos of packing and what moving is like, especially moving in a city. Hopefully we will be signing a lease in the next week, so we'll get our move-in date. We're trying to get some overlap with when I have to be out, which is by the end of this month, and hopefully we'll have a couple of weeks to like clean over there, bring over some stuff, organize some things, and then for me to clean this apartment as well. But I'm hopeful that we'll find the place that is going to work for us, and I'm excited to kind of start over a little bit in a new neighborhood and figure out all the cool things about that place as well as I have here. I am going to let you guys go, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you love cats, please give it a thumbs up. Duck would like for a thumbs up, even though he doesn't want to be held right now. If you haven't subscribed already, you can subscribe down below for more videos if I do decide to post them. And yeah, you can check out my previous video on this side of the screen and my previous vlog on that side of the screen. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this, and we will see you later. Goodbye.